Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found yourself obsessed with a show only to discover it has a spin-off and then somehow fall in love all over again, you're not alone. Spin-offs can be hit or miss, but when they work, they really work. Today we're diving into 5 classic 80s TV show spin-offs that actually worked. These aren't your average reboots or cash grabs. These are the real deal. Shows that stood on their own and, in some cases, even outshine the originals. If you enjoy content like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future episodes. Let's start with one of the boldest and most groundbreaking spin-offs ever made. The Jeffersons. Originally a spin-off from All in the Family, this sitcom followed George and Louise Jefferson as they moved up in the world, literally to a fancy apartment on Manhattan's East Side, thanks to George's successful dry cleaning business. This show wasn't just funny, it was historic. The Jeffersons was one of the first shows to center on a wealthy black family and dealt head-on with issues like racism, classism, and interracial marriage, all while keeping audiences laughing. George's firecracker personality, Louise's patience, and their unforgettable maid Florence created comedy gold. The chemistry between Sherman Hemsley and Isabel Sanford gave the show emotional weight, and the show's ability to weave social commentary into comedy was decades ahead of its time. Running for 11 seasons and 253 episodes, The Jeffersons became a cultural icon, breaking barriers in representation and proving a spin-off could take on a life and legacy of its own. What really solidified its legacy was how it opened the door for black representation on television in ways that hadn't been done before. George and Louise weren't side characters. They were the stars. And their story wasn't about struggle, it was about success. That made it both revolutionary and relatable. Next up, The Facts of Life. This wholesome and often underrated gem spun off from Different Strokes and focused on Mrs. Garrett as she took on a new role as house mother at an all-girls boarding school. The show found its footing when it narrowed its focus to 4 central characters: Blair, Tootie, Natalie, and Joe. This tighter cast allowed for real character development and deeper stories. It wasn't afraid to tackle heavy topics like eating disorders, racism, and peer pressure, rare for its time and audience. What really made the show shine was how it let its characters grow up. We saw them go from teenagers dealing with friendship drama to young adults navigating careers and relationships. It evolved with its audience and kept things authentic, which helped it last a strong 9 seasons. It wasn't just a feel-good show. It was formative television for a generation of young women. And let's not forget, the show was often ahead of its time in addressing taboo topics in a way that was digestible for a younger audience. It showed that growing up wasn't always easy, but friendship and self-awareness could get you through just about anything. If you love soapy drama, Knots Landing might be your jam. Spinning off from Dallas, this primetime soap opera followed Gary and Valine Ewing as they left the glitz and chaos of South Fork Ranch for a quieter life in suburban California. Or so they thought. Unlike Dallas, Knots Landing focused less on oil empires and more on relationships, family conflict, and real-life struggles like addiction, abuse, and betrayal. It felt grounded and relatable in a way that Dallas never quite managed. This spin-off didn't just survive, it thrived. With 14 seasons and over 340 episodes, it outlasted its parent show and built a loyal fan base thanks to complex characters and rich layered storytelling. It proved that you don't need high-stakes wealth and power struggles to deliver compelling drama. You just need believable people and powerful emotions. What made it particularly stand out was its ability to evolve over time. From quiet cul-de-sac stories to intense drama that rivaled anything on Dallas, Knots Landing offered longevity through emotional realism. It showed that suburban drama could be just as captivating as corporate scheming. Now for a spin-off with a twist, Mama's Family. Born out of a recurring sketch on The Carol Burnett Show, this sitcom brought Thelma Mama Harper, played by Vicki Lawrence, front and center, and audiences couldn't get enough. The show started on NBC but really took off when it went into first-run syndication. That move gave it a second life, and it quickly became one of the highest-rated syndicated sitcoms of its time. What made Mama's Family click? The character. Mama's brash honesty and no-nonsense attitude created laugh-out-loud moments in every episode, and the show leaned into its zany slapstick style without losing its heart. It wasn't trying to be deep or edgy. It just delivered consistent laughs and endearing family dysfunction. By the end of its six-season run, Mama's Family had proved that even a sketch comedy character could anchor a full-fledged sitcom, if the writing was tight and the performance iconic. And here's the best part. Vicki Lawrence shaped the character herself, keeping Mama authentic and hilarious even as the show's tone softened in syndication. That creative control helped keep the heart of the show intact, making it a long-standing fan favorite. Last but definitely not least, A Different World. Originally a spin-off of The Cosby Show, this series started out following Denise Huxtable as she went off to college. But after season one, the show retooled. And that's when it became truly special. Under the guidance of Debbie Allen, A Different World began exploring real social issues at historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. From race and class to gender politics and even the AIDS crisis, the show tackled big topics with humor, heart, and honesty. Its portrayal of black college life was groundbreaking and inspirational, even helping boost enrollment at HBCUs in real life. And characters like Whitley and Dwayne became fan favorites for their growth, complexity, and undeniable chemistry. With six strong seasons and a cultural impact that still felt today, A Different World proved that spin-offs can push boundaries and change lives. What set it apart wasn't just the subject matter. It was the heart behind it. This show didn't shy away from controversy. It embraced it. It showed how television could be a mirror for society and a catalyst for change. And that's something few spin-offs have managed to achieve. So there you have it. 5 classic 80s TV spin-offs that didn't just ride the coattails of their parent shows. They carved out legacies of their own. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite, or if you think we missed one. And hey, if you got some value or nostalgia from this video, smash that like button, share it with a fellow TV junkie, and hit subscribe for more breakdowns just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.